Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today we have a Planything release. It is the last release that is a single release where you can buy all the individual items of the year. She has her monthly subscriptions as well. Those come out on the first every month. But this is the last other release that she's got going on throughout the year, and it's the seasonal release. So I always love her seasonal stuff. So we have 4 new sticker books and 12 new tapes, I think. We'll take a look. Just so you know, anything in the shop, if you find something you like, you can use code AMY10 to save 10%. That works on everything except subscriptions. And then also all these items you can buy individually, so you can pick and choose, grab your base tapes. Pretty awesome. If you're shopping from the US, all prices include the tariffs, so you won't have any hidden fees upon delivery. But let's take a look. Oh yeah, there are 12 tapes, and they look to be all just base tapes. No like seasonal decorations, just your grids and your stripes and all that good stuff. Okay. So all these sticker books look to be 15 pages. We've got Let It Snow, Happy Holidays, Fall Memories, and Halloween Nights. And then we've got so many tapes. Oh my gosh, you guys. These look to be 8 millimeters wide. And they come with 10 meters of tape on it. So always check that when you're looking at a site for washi tapes, because usually they'll either come in 10 meters or 5 meters of length. So check that out as you're looking at prices. All right, let's open all the plastic and then come back to look at everything. All right. Here we have everything. We'll flip through these last. We are going to take a look at these 12 tapes first. So let's go ahead and lay them out on the table. First, let me organize. Okay, we've got horizontal stripes, grid, scallop, vertical stripes. All right, there we go. We'll lay them out by type. So we have this nice vertical stripe beige here. And then kind of like a reddish orange color. And remember, all these tapes coordinate with what's in here. So like this one probably coordinates more with the fall and Halloween stuff. The green probably more with the holiday stuff. So you can take a look at all the things. So here are the scallops. We've got a green. We've got like a light burnt orange. And then a dark blue. Okay, so there are 5 of them. We'll zoom in a second once I've laid them all out, or make it so you can see all of them. This one is a very light orange, almost the color of my desk, but I didn't have a piece of paper handy. And then a lighter blue than that blue. All right, then we have 5 stripe ones, and they kind of, this is almost like an ombre effect here with these colors. That's really cool. All right, so here's the blue. This is pretty close to that blue. Then here is our ombre. This color is close to that kind of burnt orange, or maybe the same. Here's a slightly brighter orange. Pretty close to that one. So maybe actually going in ombre order, I'd go this way actually. Then this one's the orangish red that is the same as that one. And then we've got this like burgundy maroon type one. If I can find the edge of it. All right, so let's move you in so you can see everything. There we go. They look great. I love these ones. I always love the base tapes because you can use them for so many different things. All right, so let's just go like that. Put them all to the side. All right, so let's go in order. Fall, Halloween, then winter, Christmas stuff. Okay, so this is Fall Memories. Each of these is 15 sticker sheets. Oh my gosh, the cats and the pumpkins. So these aren't the same image, but they're pretty close if you were to do Dutch doors. These ones are not the same, as you can tell by the leaves, but you can make it work with sticker surgery. These two halves, I mean, it's meant to be used all together, but you could cut it in half because they're mirror images. Oh, these are so cute. Oh my gosh. I love the watercolor vibes in this one. Look at all those animals. All right, we've got some girls here. I love scarves. We've been decluttering. I got rid of a bunch of scarves because I had so many and I hardly ever wear them anymore, but I love scarves. So all the images with scarves, so fun. All right, boxes, and then a kind of sketchy style with the outlines around it and stuff like that. More cats. And then we've got some pumpkins and things. And then some little figures going about doing fall things. Well, taking walks, wearing sweaters and stuff. Cute little trees and houses. That's very cute. We could make a good scene with fall out of this stuff. All right, and then fall, autumn is here. That's great. Okay, so we've got that. We've got Halloween nights, which is perfect for all our Halloween stuff. These are so cute. We've got little potions and broomsticks, a cauldron and a haunted house. I always love all of these. They're on clear stickers. So these are great if you want to do some distress inks behind it and then have spider webs. Super fun. Oh my gosh, the little ghosties and the little bat. I love this. All right, then we've got our costumed kids and pets. We've got some more Halloween, really simple shapes, no sketchy lines or anything, not a lot of shading. Very cute though. Oh my God, pink and purples, the cutesy Halloween stuff. All right, so we've got kind of like one-off different pages that all work on their own. So this one's pretty cute too. Oh my gosh, look at these frames. That is so fun. Okay, so these are stickers, like clear plastic stickers, but they're cut out through the middle so that you could write in the middle if you wanted to, or, you know, whatever you want. None of them are mirror images of each other though, so you couldn't do Dutch doors unless you buy 2 of them. And then you'd have 2 of this one and 2 of that one and could do Dutch doors with it. All right, some boxes, and then, oh my gosh, Halloween letters. Yes. All right, that's great. Okay, now getting into the winter stuff. We have Christmas and winter. So, oh, these are pretty. I love the little scene. The little town images are so cute. All right, we've got our nice snowy trees. We've got our snowmen. Happy New Year's. Some boxes. Oh my gosh, I love these winter scenes with the little like pink or peach colors in there. Add a nice effect. This is so pretty. Okay. I love this top-down view of like ice skating rink, snowball fight, like all the things. Oh my gosh, penguins, of course, and snowmen having snowball fights and all the things. This one is adorable. I love it. All right, we've got Valentine's Day ones. So cute. And then some text for all the various things as well. Okay, then this one is strictly Christmas related. So we've got our nutcrackers, The dog on the couch. Look at the teddy bears. Oh, they're so cute and festive. Oh, I love this one. I wish I had 2 of them, but that is really cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, then these we do have, well, no, they're different sizes. Never mind. I was like, we do have 2 of them. Nope, this one's slightly skinnier, slightly smaller, but very cute regardless. And then all our like packages. Oh, so cute. We've got some ornaments. These are my favorite each year, these little ornament boxes. So fun. Oh, I love this with the pink and the sketchy style. That is cool. This is so cute. All right, then we've got our houses that are decked out and snowy. These are very cute. Oh my gosh, little pets, the little cat in the lights. Some boxes. And this one with all the quotes. Okay, so I'm not quite ready to set up for these yet, but I think we're going to use this one today. Let me go grab some supplies so we can get started. All right, so I grabbed my current creative journal. I want to use these stickers in that. And we're going to decorate for September, but we're going to run into a problem at some point because this is for August. And then I have all these pages that I haven't decorated, and we're just going to skip them right now. So I had better get to these soon before I fill out this week so that I have about a few days, as you can see, like a week before I run out of space. We'll get to that. These were my September monthly memories pages. So we're starting with just like the 1st of September here. And let's see, I think it could be really fun. Okay, so a lot of these stickers are very, very cute, but there's only 1 page of each. So these would be harder for Dutch doors, okay? You could make it work by like trimming around and like doing a lot of sticker surgery and all of that. But I think what we're gonna do is use the stickers that are more set up for Dutch doors. So for instance, on this page, while none of the girls are mirror images of each other, like this one and this one have hair that is similarly shaped, as well as the coat coming out like this and the skirt coming out like this. So things like that you'd be able to make work for your Dutch doors. So we may use this, but also I'm thinking back here, the pumpkins, super easy, very simple shapes to use in your Dutch doors. We also have 2 pies, even though they're different pies, they're similarly shaped. Same thing with these people. While like these, we have multiple of them, they're not mirror imaged. There's a person and then a shorter person and then a taller person. So like you can play with it and make it work. So we'll figure that out. These trees again, the buildings again, super easy to do the Dutch doors with. Now let's see. Let me just take a look. These do not have a white ink base, so layering together may be a little difficult, but you could trim things around or just not layer directly together. But what I think I want to do is we have not done a horizontal Dutch door in a really long time, and I think that would be really fun. So in order to do that, we're going to have 2 Dutch doors and then the back page, or 3 Dutch doors. I think we're going to do 2. We're going to have one with the pumpkins and one with some people, or maybe people interspersed with things, and then the back one will also be people interspersed with things, maybe. We'll start with the pumpkins and go from there. So let's just keep that from falling on us. We'll get a little clippy to hold that side down, and we're gonna work on our Dutch doors here, and we're gonna make them double Dutch doors, as I call it. This is a really fun thing because we haven't done horizontal in a while, and I really love the look when it cascades from both sides. I think that's fun, so I call that a double Dutch door. Just fun to say. So we're gonna have to figure out how to do that with all this stuff so that we don't use too many things. So I'm gonna have to like identify which one goes with what on our Dutch door so that I save the pieces. So for instance, this leaf and this leaf, we'd use those two for the front and the back side. This one's bigger, so we'll use that one first. So I'm just gonna go there and grab it, and we'll start it here. We wanna make sure there's enough space when we're writing for like a day's worth of stuff. And what I'm gonna do is just take the sticker and put it so that I know like what order things are going in. I'm gonna put it on the edge of my table all the way to the left, and I'm just gonna stack my stickers over there so I know what order they go in over here, just to remember things pretty well. All right, so this was yellow, so I almost grabbed that yellow pumpkin, but I don't want to. I'm gonna grab this green one and put it here. And that is similarly shaped to this one. So I'll go ahead and grab this and put it on the edge. Okay, let's go ahead and pick a leaf again. No, let's not do a leaf quite yet. We don't have very many leaves. Let's see. There are some things we can't use, like the book doesn't have anything that's super similar, though maybe the pie slice is similar height to that, though it has the curved edge. So actually, let's do the pie slice, and we'll just try to make the book fit with it. We'll see how it works. It may not work too well, but we're going for it. Okay. These two, not the same size. This one's wider than that one. So why don't we do this one, and then we'll be able to fit the other one in and sort something out. So you just have to be a little creative when you are working with items that are not symmetrical. So these have similarly swoopy shapes, so we'll be able to make it work. So we're gonna do that one and then save the orange one. No, let's save the green one. I haven't picked a green sticker out yet for this side. Okay. And then let's save the pie for the bottom because we already used a pie slice here. Let's get another leaf. Like these two are very similar. I mean, they might be the exact same thing even. And the bottom part that's going like that doesn't matter because the top of the leaf is what's going to be cut. So we'll put that there. Grab that one. Then I'm looking at things for a different shape of pumpkin. I'm just looking at which ones are most similar. Let's go with this one. And part of it's gonna get cut off, so we'll save that for something else potentially. And this one's not the exact same shape, but I mean, similarly sized. Okay, so that's all the ones for the top. We're also gonna do some for the bottom. So let's grab not another leaf to start. Let's start with a pumpkin. Just go ahead with this one. And we'll put it there. And this is an easier one to fit because it can be anything that's rounded on the bottom. So we'll just go ahead and grab this one. I'm gonna stick it on this side so I know it's that secondary one. We have the pie here, so I want the pie to be on this side when we do it. So let's grab a leaf. These two are the same. So we can use those, but I'm gonna do it this way. So I don't know, I just think that looks good. Okay, then let's get a green something in. Let's do this one, and I think this one might be a mirror image of it. These are all kind of yellow-orange on the back side so far, but we're just going for it. Now this is a cup of coffee, and we don't have anything like it. But just like with this in the book, This curve, I think we need something that's not yellow, but this curve could work with a lot of things. So let's just go ahead and get a green pumpkin and we'll make it fit. All right. So now let's get one other thing in, then the pie. Let's go ahead and go for a leaf. And these are similarly shaped, but different sized. So I'm gonna go for this one because it's bigger. And then the smaller one will fit in easily if we can't fit anything else in. All right, now pie for the front side, let's do this one. So save that one. And then let's do one more top-down pumpkin like we've done. These two will work really well together. All right, so we've got all our other stickers on the side. We're gonna go ahead and cut this. So I've got a cutting mat and my gyro cut. We'll use the gyro cut to cut these edges and then use scissors to cut in here. That's probably the hardest part, not cutting the stitching on the side, like on the spine, so that we don't accidentally cut any other pages, but cutting close enough that it's not like, I don't know, just cutting close enough that it's not sticking up a lot on those little cuts. This is definitely harder than a vertical Dutch door just for that spine. So as always, everything is linked down below for the products I used, including Planything. You can use code Amy10, but all the other links to the Gyro Cut Pro, to the notebooks from Archer and Olive, and the cutting mat is from Journal Say. It goes in and out of stock though. So if you don't see it, it might come back into stock later. I like this one a lot because it's slightly sticky like a cutting machine cutting board would be, cutting mat, but it's only A5 sized, so it like fits in perfectly. I also have this one, which is more of your standard cutting mat. See, it's very thick, but it doesn't fit in as well right up to the edge. So you could use something like that as well. It's easy to find an A5 cutting mat on Amazon or at your local craft store that's thick like that. All right, there we go. So I'm excited to decorate all of this. We are just gonna play till it fits right. And I think we're gonna do it like that and trim the stem. But I'm getting this done early. It's like 9 something. I just dropped off my kids for camp. My son, my toddler, decided, wait a second, you guys saw this, right? No, that is right. Never mind, that is right. I'm tired. As I was about to say, my son, my toddler, decided at 4:40 this morning that he thought it was time to wake up. And so he called for me. We still use a monitor because he's in his toddler bed and he still hasn't decided that it's cool for him to come get me if he needs me. So he just yells for me, even though I tell him, hey, you can come get me. So he still has a monitor and he was calling for me. He's like, it's time to get up. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's 4:40. So eventually I got him to lay back down and go back to sleep. We're doing sticker surgery here, just moving the top of the pumpkin. But eventually he lays down and starts going back to sleep. I try, and of course, do not go back to sleep. So I'm getting this done early because I might take a nap. So I just shifted this over from here over that way so that it fits. Sticker surgery is a totally valid way to get these things to fit in. All right, just in case, I'm gonna cut this and put it back there, and we'll do the same with this one. And there's our little top part of this horizontal Dutch door. Now let's do the bottom. Okay, this one starts from here. Yeah, anyways, both the kids are at camp, so I'm getting things done, and then probably taking a little snooze or reading a book when I lose that energy. Okay, just fitting things in. As we discussed, this leaf is smaller, but it actually works out pretty well, I think. Because that pumpkin came over a little bit more. There we go. First Dutch door done. Now, the next part is going to be a little harder for the bottom one because we're using people. So if we just put the people here, we'll just see their feet. So we'll have to play with it. I'm going to do the same thing where I grab the people or the buildings and put them to the side for the ones that we want to go with it. So let's actually start with a tree. And looking at tree sizes and all these things, I think these two would work really well together. So I'm going to grab the slightly larger tree first, which is the green one. We'll just put it right there. And I know this little collage isn't too realistic with the people and the trees, but you know, we're just going with it. So we have a green tree, so let's go with a beige house. And we'll save a similarly sized house. I think that's pretty close. We'll put it down here. Now this is a little empty down here, so we can just go ahead and fill it. These will not be seen over here, so I don't need to save anything. A small one can fit there. Okay, there we go. Let's get some people next to it. And I know the people are a little bit larger than life compared to the house, but we're doing it. Okay, so as we mentioned, these people are not mirror image, but if you flip it over, you can see it still fits pretty well. So we're just going to go with it. I'm not going to stick that down all the way yet. Yeah, that works. We can still see the little kid. So we'll go with that. All right, let's grab a different tree with a different color. How about an orange tree? And that green tree will work with it later. For this, I am trying to keep these kind of lined up along this line. And then let's do the larger greenhouse. And this one does go all the way up to the top. So two options. I could just let it go up to the top, or I could trim one and like do sticker surgery to make it a little bit smaller. I think I'm just going to leave it up to the top. That's a fun little effect I wasn't intending on, but let's do it. And then let's get one more person in there. And let's do, so the couple shopping, or just trying to look at what are similar shapes. Because like this guy's elbow's sticking out, this guy's elbow's sticking out. So we might be able to do something with that, but his hand is sticking out too. So let's put this guy down first. We can use this guy on the back. And if there's an extra, actually it doesn't even really matter because it's just going to be his head, right? So I think that'll work well. Let's put another tree right in there. What color trees do I have? I have green and orange. So either yellow or red. We've got this kind of reddish pumpkin, so let's go for yellow. And let's do the shorter one like this. Just do it like that. And save this one. or the other half of the yellow tree. We'll see. Right down there, let's just get a little red bush, and it can layer over it. That's fine. Okay, that looks great. Now the question is, what do we do right here? Because if we put the people upside down or the tree upside down, that could look a little weird, and also it would look a little weird. Let's just grab somebody. I know we just used him, but if we have it like that, you just see feet. If we have it down like this, we have less space for the Dutch door. So let's just look at everything in the sticker book again. We could also use some tape. Using a couple rows of tape to create it would work well. We do have all of these, but let's give it a gap. Maybe we put these on the very back one. But let's pick, wait, we have the whole set of these. Now, which one is the lightest one again? This one. Okay, I have an idea. And tape luckily comes up really easily if I choose that I don't like this idea. Just trimming it there. Okay. We're gonna go for an ombre tape look. This might, I wanna use all 4 of them. I might have to scoot them up. But I like being able to see a little of the yellow. But the Dutch door is going to be really small. Okay, I'm going back and forth on all of this, aren't I? We're going to scoot it over. I think it's going to be really cute, though. All right. And we could put some stickers over these, like to build a scene right up here where you don't see it when it's closed, but we'll consider that later. So this is going to be a really small Dutch door at the back. Maybe we don't do this red one, but I love the look of all of them. I think we don't do the red one as much as I want to. I think that'll give us the right kind of amount of spacing for the back page as well. Maybe I do the full ombre look on the back side because I can do that and just make it one more. Okay, that's cute. All right. Now we get to cut this. I will cut the top one with the gyro cut and then just use scissors here. And these are our last cuts. After that, it's just decorating that back side, decorating the back page and the front page right over here so that we can then just have everything part of like the big scene from all sides. You could, of course, not cover this and just write there, but I like having it all decorated all the way through. Okay, tape, stay. Sometimes on the parts very close to the spine or to a fold or things like that, tape doesn't like to stay as much. So if you need to, just use a little bit of double-sided tape to hold that down. So let's just try to avoid that by pushing those edges in as well as we can. Very cute. All right. Just putting things down one by one. It is much easier selecting the things right when you are doing it and putting them to the side instead of having to remember later, what is it that I wanted to use? So time-saving hack, just discovered. Maybe you've already been doing that. All right, we will need to add a few bushes in just a second. I think we will use the yellow tree because it's already cut, and I don't want to use the green tree that I selected because I already have green right there. So this adds a little more color to it. So I'll go ahead and put this one back. And then let's grab a yellow bush and maybe a little green bush because we haven't used a green bush yet. There we go. Okay, now we are gonna do the full ombre one. So we'll do, starting with this color. I'll just trim all of those once I've gotten all the tapes down. And this one is next. And I kind of got a little off center, so I'm just adjusting that ever so slightly. All right, and then last is this one. These look so nice together. And I'm kind of laying this tape like over the other tape ever so slightly so they blend together a little bit. I think it looks pretty cool. All right. And then again, let's just push it in right there so that maybe I don't have to use tape on that little bit because it bends right there, so it might pop up more. Look at how cute that is. Okay, we are gonna add a few houses back here and trees and stuff to just fill the space. This one I'm gonna cut because I know I want it right here to fill that. And I'm going to put the other one right here because we're going to continue our scene over this side. So if we hadn't made all these cuts, you could just put it across, no problem, but we're doing it like this time. And I am going to use this kind of as a thing. So some things are going to come up and be, you know, taller than the edge of the page, so we'll trim all that. All right, we will put some people in here too, and we don't have to worry about getting the ones that fit on the other side or anything like that. So let's go ahead and use some people we haven't used before. Again, these people not exactly, you know, she's a giant compared to it, but that's okay. That's okay. What about having a cat? Can we see the cat? Yes, we can. That's a good spot for a cat. All right. Let's add the little tree. I just like this person with the umbrella. Let's go with the smaller one though, so she fits better. She's just big, that's okay. Except we can't even see the girl from back here, that's all right. All right, let's grab this house. And picking a color of a tree, trying to get one that we haven't used right now. And I am letting things layer. I think it looks okay. A little bush, and let's get something there. Maybe a person. Let's get one of the little kids. He can be standing on top of the bush to make him taller. Okay. Right here, there's some space. I'm not going to worry about that for right now. If I'd used inks, the space would have been filled. I could grab like a pen and get some clouds in there or something. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Okay, for down here, I think we discussed using some more pumpkins to fill the space. So I'm going to go ahead and use this edge of a pumpkin, try to use up as much of, you know, the supplies as we have. And just start filling things. We do have leaves and stuff as well, so let's get some of those in. Kind of make a collage here. Since we're making a collage, things can go over the edge. So I have another half pumpkin to use. Make the pumpkins face different directions. Get another leaf in. And then do another green one because we haven't used a lot of green. There. That looks good. All right. It is way easier to cut from the back most of the time, except for right there because I'm right-handed, so we'll go like that. Okay. So many scraps. All right. Now for the front of this. We are going to try to fill it so that, it's a bad spot for that one. We're going to try to fill it so that we can have stickers all the way down to this point. I'm going to put this one here instead. We did rip a little of the page. That's okay. So we're going to go a little bit down from that. So with these stickers, we can just layer a little bit like they have things in front of the houses. We're going to add another house. Which side? Over here, because that greenhouse is there. Put it a little lower than this one. We're making this one have like lots of little details of where things are. You know, different levels to them. And we'll add some people in too. But I'm just kind of placing wherever at this point, just to fill the space. Yeah, that'll do. We'll add a few people. Since we had a boy up on a bush there, just to fill the space, let's add the little girl up on the tree. Just because I'm trying to fill it. We can have some of these smaller stickers, like these people walking with their groceries, and we're just layering it over it. It's okay. This person's gonna walk her dog right here in front of the house. We can add another little boy right over here. And then let's go ahead and add a few little bushes as well. Let's see, we used those. Let's grab, not green because it's the greenhouse. Let's do a red bush. maybe a little higher. Okay. And then right here is a little bit empty compared to the rest of it. So we'll add a tree in as well. And there we go. Again, maybe we'll fill something in there. We'll see. One of the pieces of sticker fell off. Where? Oh, there it is. Good. Okay. Right, so my thought is to do this set of tapes over here as well to kind of pull it together. But it wouldn't quite fill enough space for that. But maybe we do it for a couple and then add in a few things on top if we need to. Let's try it. We'll try it. And these are already mostly cut nicely, so I might be able to just place it and put it down. We'll see how far we get. Yeah, making sure I had the correct one. Come on. Hey. Okay, so we've got that. Stay there. And so you see we've got a little gap still. But what if, idea, I mean, it would be people's feet sticking out, but what if this is like a road they can stand on and we just have all people walking along here? Because we have so many people here that we haven't used. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so I'm going to start by putting her right here. I'm going to try to get the flat foot for all the people on the edge like it's, you know, the road or a bridge or whatever. And I am just going to place people down so we have people all the way. And then we'll see feet. Might be a little strange, but we are going for it. Oh, we can add the dog too. All right, and then here, he's a bit smaller than the others. Let's go for people who all are, well, they're a bit smaller too. Oh well, already changed it. All right, and then there we go. Okay. Yeah, and then this is like that. Kind of wild, but I kind of like it too. One last thing. Do I want to round that corner? No, I don't think I need to this time. Okay, now the very last thing is to put in boxes. We have these boxes, but I also was reorganizing and decluttering recently. And I found all my other Planything boxes from the past. I have these autumn tones. And these ones are really fun because they're full color. And I like to add stitch marks to them. So what if we add some autumn boxes along with these boxes? Because we've got them in all sorts of colors. I've used some of the smaller ones, but I like these ones for the front and back page especially. So let's just do this. Okay. Stay open, please. Okay, so that one would fit there. One will fit over here as well. We'll do a different color to, let's do it this way because it doesn't quite fit actually. Or, yeah, we can put her over it. That's fine. All right. Then some smaller stickers for the other spaces. We could do some beige ones as well. This one, to make more space, I might layer over that one. I think that would look good. And let's get a red in somewhere. We haven't done any from the middle, so let's put these ones in the middle. And grab another orange one. And then we're gonna layer some other boxes over it. I'm also gonna add stitching with pen to this. I love adding some little hand-drawn details with these types of boxes. They're really fun. Okay, so for these, we are going to do some different stuff. Now this is the same size as that one, which I don't normally layer two of the same size like this, but we are limited in our boxes, and I think it does look good. Now we're just going to go through and pick things. If I don't find something that works, I have so many other Planything sticker books that I can choose from. But we're going to use as many as we can from this sticker book first. All right. I'm not going to take the blues because they're not going to work well. This one will work here, not over there. And then we could do the green. Okay, and then just looking at it, we have a box for everything. Okay. The very last thing is to grab this one and do our boxes. And I just do a little dashed line. I think it looks great. There are a lot of ways to decorate your boxes or make your own boxes. Oftentimes, I love to use mild liners and draw the outline of the box and then use my Sarasa mark-on to, doodle around it. Stitching is one way. Straight lines are another, little hearts and wavy lines. There are lots of different ways to do it. But I love the mark-on because it doesn't smear. Like, you don't have to wait. I mean, maybe wait like a second, but after that, it's fine. Just in case. All right, 1, 2, 3. Look at that, no smearing. This is looking so cute. It's still August. I'm still very much in summer mode, but this is making me want fuzzy scarves and warm blankets and starting to turn on the fireplace and all that, which we can't do yet, of course. Oh my gosh, we're almost done. All right, very last line. All right, so that is the end result using the Fall Memories sticker book. We also have the other 3 sticker books releasing today, as well as all 12 tapes over at Planything. As a reminder, code Amy10 will save you 10% on your purchase. So make sure you use that if you choose to shop. All right, here is our final result. Oh my gosh, I love how this turned out. This makes me so ready for fall. All right, thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.